Hello, guys. Welcome to episode number 15 of Reverse Sweep podcast. I'm Darshil, and even though COVID is here, I think the biggest entertainment does not wait for anyone, least of all COVID. So IPL is coming here soon, and this is our IPL special podcast. We'll be discussing a few teams, the big calls, the predicted 11s, the breakout stars, and who will make the 11 for them. So we're gonna go in the reverse order. We're gonna start with the teams that finished last, see what they did. We already discussed the auctions, and now we're gonna see how they're gonna play in the IPL. Today I have Siddharth with me, Pranav, and a new guest is joining us, Amaya. He's in IIM Indore. He plays for their cricket team as well. So we've got a lot of new, interesting people also to kind of give in their views. So guys, first let's start with Rajasthan. It finished last. I'll quickly show Rajasthan's squad here. Uh, okay, right. This is Rajasthan squad. So they have bought Dubey, Morris, Mustafizur, Sakaria, Karyappa, Livingston, Yadav, and Akash Singh. Right. So let's quickly see what we think should be the 11s, and we'll go with that. So, Pranav, what do you think? Yes, Pranav.
Yeah, they've had to buy some players because they finished last after starting with what? They started with two wins and then they ended up dead last. Even that looked unlikely. I mean, they somehow managed to end last with their own stupidity. So they had to go out and buy some players. So, like you've seen, I've gone for a quite a unusual lineup. I've gone with Ben Stokes and Josh Butler at the top. Whereas for England, I don't want either of them opening. But for Rajasthan, I think this is the best option, having both of them at the top. And of course, Captain Samson at three, where he always bats his best.
Mm-hmm.
The only questions were whom to bat in the at number four. Now, I know David Miller has not done a great, not done that well in IPL of late, but he's getting into form for South Africa, and he is a deadly player in this format. And I think if he gets a chance to bat consistently at number four, I think he can certainly be a key player.
Do
And
you
of
think
course,
he'll do
Shivam
well?
Dube, the big
Because it's
guy.
been a while since he's been in the IPL. Like he's been on the fringes
I know
for
it's been
more
a
than four,
while.
5 years. Yeah,
I've just gone with a bit of gut instinct that something out of the box. That I mean, Liam Livingston is someone who could have also made it, but I'm not convinced about him in Indian
fair enough.
conditions yet. Although I think he's a good player. And again, being David Miller, the way he has destroyed spinners in the past, I would still just take a punt and go with him currently. Shivam Dube, big signing. They have to play him. They have to. They've invested so much in him, and I mean, yeah, he's still a person who's divides opinion. Some think he's just a club level player and just Mumbai League type of player, but he's got the power to hit the ball long way and he can bowl some few overs if required. And most
Correct.
importantly, ex-RCB player has a point to
Yes,
prove.
there you have
So
said it. The main condition: ex-RCB player always
yes,
does well.
and that
Right.
applies to the next player as well. But of course, Chris Morris, as we predicted, would have been the most expensive player, and he has to
Yeah,
play. A very good bowler. His death bowling has improved, and yes, his batting nobody has to really say much about it.
definitely.
He's the most important player for RR, I feel, this season. Riyan Parag, he surprised me when I first saw him bat, and he has to play. He's that nuggety kind of player who can when you least expect it, he comes in and scores some runs out of here and where. So Riyan Parag will make my 11, and of course Rahul Tewatia, all rounder. His destruction of Sheldon Cottrell should tell you that he's someone again who can turn it on when required, and his bowling again useful. The more all rounders you have in this format, the better. Number nine, since Jofra Archer is still unfit,
Hmm.
I've taken again a big call of Jaydev Unadkat. I mean, his fellow
My God.
compatriot Sakaria is there, but I've taken Unadkat because, well, okay, as much as we like to diss him, he does pull slow deliveries and he can, be useful. And maybe the fact that, he's so hittable, he might,
all the other teams pay Rajasthan Royals to play Unadkat. We all know that.
Exactly.
It's not a
Crowd
it's a fact.
funded.
The last two, you don't have, yeah. And of course, Shreyas Gopal, top player, no need to discuss. But then
Definitely.
young guy, Kartik Tyagi. So
Yes, your
quite a 11.
yeah, your breakout player for them.
I will say the breakout player will be Shivam Dube.
Good call. Yeah, I feel that as well. Fair enough. Predicted finish and any surprise calls.
I think Rajasthan will still finish in the bottom. I think they'll just finish seventh. I still think without Jofra Archer for a long time, they're going to really struggle. So seventh is what they'll finish. Surprise star, I would again perhaps only say Kartik Tyagi. Perhaps
Fair enough.
would have
That's
a really
nice.
great season.
Or Kartik Tyagi to have a great season. Yeah, his lineup, his bowling action has been discussed. If I think if I'm not wrong, he's got good pace, but I think he's
Yeah.
undergone I think some coaching with I think one of the I think if not Glenn McGrath or some leading Australian bowler kind of reached out to him. McGrath, am I right? Amaya, I think.
From what I read, it's from the McGrath Foundation that's there, and he's been undergoing training there.
Yeah, he had an action tweak
No one
because he used
better.
to
No one
lose
better
his
than Glenn
momentum.
McGrath.
Exactly.
No one
Yeah.
better than Glenn McGrath.
Exactly. So good call. Yeah. Let's move on to Amaya. Amaya, what's your 11? It's slightly different, and you've got some interesting calls there.
So, hi everybody. First of all, first time doing this, really excited to do this. And Pranav, to add, I don't think Unatkat's inclusion is surprising given the fact that he was the most expensive Indian player in the auctions a few years ago.
Twice
Siddharth, any
Twice,
words
yeah.
on
on
that?
So,
two different occasions.
Siddharth, any wise nets on that one, Siddharth?
all right. But anyways, I think quickly moving on with the team, I think the opening pair of Stokes and Butler. This is something Morgan said in a press conference, even though he's not a Rajasthan Royals player. But I think everybody is looking forward to this for multiple reasons. I mean, left and right hand combination, two pretty explosive players, and if they click, I don't think there's any team stopping them. Apart from Mumbai, but that's a different question. Moving on, Sanju Samsung at 3. I think nobody has a question on that. Let's not even discuss. Uh, Coming on to the new signings that they have, so I think Shivam Dube, Chris Morris are two players with similar credentials. Of course, Morris is a better bowler, so we can bowl him in death. A much complete player than Shivam Dube. But instead of Shivam Dube, if they could have gotten in somebody who is a pure batsman at 4, I think that would have made their lineup a little better, right? But having the options that we have, and also because I mean, we need a death bowler. I could not get in a Miller or a Livingstone here, so I had to get in Manan Vora, who is experienced in IPL, who has performed well in IPL. I think he can perform the stability when required. He can play the role of somebody who anchors if early wickets fall, and then maybe a Dube, Morris, Parag, and Tewatia can come and do their explosive stuff. Again, Shivam Dube, Chris Morris, Riyan Parag, Rahul Tewatia. I don't think there is a question on any of them. For obvious reasons, Riyan Parag and Rahul Tewatia have won their matches in the last season. Dube is a big investment, as pointed out by Pranav as well. Chris Morris, again, uh, I don't think. I mean, he's going to be a very crucial part of the lineup this time around. And coming into Andrew Ty, so I went with a Ty instead of an Unatkat. Here is primarily because with Archer missing, you can't expect a Unatkat or a Kartik Tyagi to bowl death, and you can't leave it on Chris Morris alone because he's an all-rounder. So I wanted somebody who can come in and chip in at the death overs if required. And with Andrew Ty's experience, I think he'd do that well. And Shreyas Gopal again, the breakout leggy, and Kartik Tyagi, the promising young talent. So I think this should be a good
Good
starting
balanced
11.
11,
And
Amay. I think you've done a good job of giving a good balance to the 11. And like you said, they need more support from this Morris,
yeah,
especially.
100%.
Otherwise, they'll be conceding 200 runs every game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think Amaya has done a better job than Sanju Samson probably, or will do than a better job than Sanju Samson as a captain for Rajasthan. I would like to hear City on this. That how do you feel that both the number one and number two T20 side captains are kind of announcing their national team plans in the IPL? Kohli has said he's going to open, and Morgan is saying that my two players will open for Rajasthan. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think maybe it's also because all these teams might even be having like a influence on that. Like especially Rajasthan have a lot of ties with English Cricket Board now. Andrew Strauss is a consultant for Rajasthan. He's the chairman of cricket for England.
That's
An
a good
ECB board member recently bought a stake in Rajasthan, so that they actually have a lot of overlap. So I think they're probably thinking to give their players the best chance, even if they might not open with these two. They want them to get the big match experience. So, and I am a big believer on like your best players should get the most balls in T20s. So I personally agree. But yeah, it's a bit weird that Rajasthan had no issues sharing their strategy with the KKR captain. But if they're really confident in that, I guess.
East India Company Part 2.
Plus, also, I mean,
Big call.
I don't think Ben Stokes and Butler will open for England because
I think
they
Butler
have
might, Stokes probably won't.
Stokes will not.
That's
yeah,
what they've been
Butler
doing.
Probably, but
might. Stokes won't. Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
Then again, I open for Rajasthan, but yeah, that's an interesting question.
He didn't even say might. He said very confidently they will.
Yeah, they
So,
will exactly.
like he knows it as a fact.
Yeah. Amaya, what's your
So I think the breakout star, as I mentioned, I'll put it as who should be instead of who will be. It should be Chris Morris. It has to be Chris Morris if they make the playoffs, because we need an all-round performance from a player like him, because we know that a Stokes and a Butler and sometimes even a Samson can win you matches. And after Archer comes in, he as well. But they need something extra from a player like Morris, and I think he'll be a very important player in the lineup.
and predicted finish and one big call?
So I think the one big call can be. It's there in her 11, so I don't know if I should be talking about that. But it's this new left arm medium pacer Sakaria. So if Tyagi is not able to do well, maybe mid-season they bring him in, and just like they did for Tyagi last season, and that can be a big call because their bowling is basically dependent on that one fast bowler, the initial overs at least. And predicted finish, think uh, I don't think they're making the playoffs. Honestly, it's a tough one, but yeah.
Fair enough. Thanks, Amaya. Okay, so I'll go with my 11. Yeah, I'm starting with Ben Stokes. I'm bringing in Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think IPL has been a good fertile breeding ground for under 19 Indian cricket stars to break into the national team, and they've done well. I think Jaiswal is a good talent. I'm not opening with Butler primarily because I don't think Rajasthan has enough players to play a proper 11. I think they have let Smith go, but they haven't replaced him as a batsman. They need someone in the middle order. Otherwise, it's a very shallow order. So I have got Samson at 3, Butler at 4. Dubey and Morris definitely have very good pivot finishers in both senses. Then there's Riyan Parag and Tewatia. Tewatia can be floated up and down the order. Again, I think right now they'll need a death bowler, Andrew Tye or Archer, whoever kind of makes the cut for them. Archer is not playing the initial 2 games. And then Shreyas Gopal, definitely a very strong leggy. And yeah, I think I'm not sure who Karthik Tyagi or Sakaria, because Sakaria is a left arm pacer, and he brings a good variation. I think the left armers have always been a rare commodity. So definitely that. For me, I think the breakout star this season has to be Dubey. I think Dubey has got the hallmarks of in the last season also. I think RCB. I'm surprised they let him go. He was doing a good job for them in whatever game.
That's why they let him go. He was doing a good job.
Yeah, I think you can say that, right? Yeah, I think in terms of one big call, I think Sanju Samson to be sacked as captain 4-5 games into the season, deservingly, and hopefully Josh Butler takes over. Yeah, Pranav, what?
Your
Shield's love
thoughts on
for
Sanju Samson's batting as well, like predictions on Sanju Samson's batting season?
He'll have 2 good innings, like always, randomly somewhere when they
At the start of
matter,
the
don't
season.
matter, doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Maybe at the start, maybe at the middle. I don't know. I've given up on him.
Of
But
that, one will be against
that's it.
Mumbai Indians for sure, if not both.
Yeah, true. And one
Rajasthan
against
are actually
RCB, probably.
RC,
Rajasthan actually have a 5-1 record against Mumbai in the last 5 years, 83%
yeah,
win
bogey
rate.
sides.
No team has a winning record even above 50%. So
But even
that's the
before
one
that,
side
Sanju
Mumbai hope.
Samson has always done well against Mumbai Indians. Even in that Champions League final, he was taking them to victory until they collapsed.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
and Darshil's love for Sanju Samson is
Yeah.
well known. I think he'd want. I think he would not even pick him in the Rajasthan canteen side. So
I think Sanju Samson
But
actually
I think-
should be the breakout star for everyone because he's been the breakout star for the last 8 years now.
well, I would be
Constant
happy
state of breaking
than
out.
anyone if that happens.
Crazy been 8
Yeah,
years
so-
actually since it's been around.
8 years. And I think I agree with everyone here when they say that definitely a bottom half finish. Problem with Rajasthan is that I think they are too reliant on Stokes, Butler, and Archer. I think Morris is the new stable
English
force, but in
quota.
terms of batting powers, it's the English quota. Yeah, but the problem is in terms of batsmen, they just have Butler and Stokes. To be fair, I don't even count Samson there. So I think you cannot win IPL with 2 batsmen. So yeah.
Even
think
Morris
let's
is
move on.
English quota because he's South African.
Of course.
Kevin Peterson agrees with you. Yeah. Let's move on to the surprise team that was here in this part of the table this last season, but no one
A surprise
expected
to
them to
me.
be.
Not a surprise to me either.
Let's
I was
see
surprised
the
that they're not the first team we discussed today.
Whistle Podu team. So we've got Chennai. This is Chennai squad. Pretty much the Uncle Army. Dhoni likes his people.
Dad's army.
Old experienced folks, as he calls it. And they've got a few. They've added Pujara. Massive respect to them for that. I think Pujara is the best player we have. Moeen Ali, Gautam, and Bhagat Verma.
He's also
Harish
above
Patel.
30. I think he's too young.
Darshil, I
but,
think that's just
add some-
a Guju bias there. Very bad.
It doesn't look
Yeah,
bad. Do not
Darshil's
cut.
nickname in our group is also Pujara. He loves Pujara so much.
Yeah. So let's quickly see the 11s that we are kind of made for Chennai, and I think we can discuss all of them. So I think we'll start with Amaya on this one. That Amaya, what do you please just let's go with your 11 first here.
Sure thing. So I think Dhoni is another man. We all know Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the legend that he is, and once he makes some plans, he sticks to it. He promoted Rohit Sharma up the order in the 2013 ICC Champions Trophy, and I think the rest is history. I don't see any reason for him to not open with Karan again. So for me, it's Karan Faf opening, and Chinna Thala, as they call him, is back. So and I think he was a big missing plug in their team last year around, and everybody will agree to that. So Rana is back at number 3, and then we have the 3D player, the 2B 3D player.
Kohli
Hey,
and
Vijay
player,
Shankar
yeah.
is not in the
Sorry,
tie.
not the 3D
Vijay
player. Yeah,
Shankar
sorry,
isn't
sorry.
here.
The
1D
2D player, the 1D player. We have him at number 4. But yeah, I mean, I think jokes apart, he has done well in IPL for Chennai, and I don't think he's going away from number 4. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, we saw him coming up the order last time around because Raina wasn't there. So I think depending on the situation, if the team is doing pretty well, if it's not a chase, if it's not a run chase, he might send in somebody like Jadeja and Gautam. I don't know above him, but otherwise we might see Dhoni at number 5.
Amaya,
And then-
I think we can even see Dhoni going below Shardul Thakur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
Dhoni's
case
done
to
that.
That
do
happened,
that.
Darshil, when
Dhoni
the
has done
required
that.
run rate is above 9 and over. If the required run rate is 5 and over, he might even come at number 3. You never know.
Pranav's love for
Well-
Dhoni is well known.
Or if the match is over, then he will come at number 3. But if the match is in play, then he'll
Hit the
wait
winning
till
run
the
and
match is
take
over.
the winning stumps and go.
Right. So we have Dhoni, and then one thing Chennai has always done well is have all-rounders of the order of Ravindra Jadeja and Dwayne Bravo. I mean, probably the best in the world. Uh, I don't think there is any argument over the inclusion of the both of them in the team. Now, the next player, Krishnappa Gautam, I've added him primarily because it adds to the batting depth, and the other players are just either only bowlers or only batsmen, and they honestly do not need only bowler, only batsman. They have plenty options over there. So I thought inclusion of Krishnappa Gautam was fair. He's a good IPL player, good IPL player. He's won matches for the team single-handedly. He's finished matches. So Dhoni should like him for that. And
And
then
have
I don't.
Bravo. I mean, Bravo.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I think that will actually be pretty flexible.
yeah, that's it's very pretty. I mean, I was pretty confused there as well to where to keep Krishnappa Gautam in the mix, but then I just put him in it. It's a pretty flexible batting order. We know Mahendra Singh Dhoni keeps doing that. You never know if he doesn't like Karan opening, maybe Gautam opens. I mean, he's Dhoni can do anything. So yeah, that's in the mix as well. And then Lord Thakur gets you wickets when you want them. Raise the partnerships. No,
Asgar
I mean,
Express.
Shardulkar,
definitely
India's
he
greatest player to wear the number 10 jersey. Just
The
kidding.
initials.
careful,
It's
careful,
initials.
careful. That might actually
SRT
attract a
almost.
lot of unsubscribes to us. I'm telling you,
I'm just kidding,
that's very
man.
risky.
Hey, he has a
Just kidding,
point.
man.
Okay, Shardul starts with S, ends with T and
S.
R. So you know, it's
ST10,
ST and R.
ST10 guys.
Greatest
We're just talking
ST10
about
ever.
ST10, greatest ST10 ever. Moving on, Deepak Chahar has done wonderfully for them, and they need somebody to open the bowling. And I don't think anybody better than Deepak Chahar, given the possibilities that they have. And of course, the legend again, Imran Tahir, one of the best spinners in IPL. And yeah, he'll be doing pretty amazing. I think their breakout star for this season has to be Suresh Raina. It has to be Suresh Raina,
A bit
and
too young, don't you think?
I mean that's how the
One of the
team is. We
younger
can't
of the
help it,
lot.
right? That's how the team likes it. So
Younger
yeah,
of the
I think
lot.
I'll have to go with Suresh Raina, and a major decision, as I said, could be changing the opening pair from Faf and Karan to bringing in somebody like a Ruturaj Gaikwad back who actually was in a good form. And then depending on maybe then Gautam misses out, Gaikwad comes in, Karan goes down the order, and they start opening with Gaikwad, Faf, and the rest of the order remains same. That can be a big call they take in the middle of the season. And I think they should make the playoffs. I'm betting good money on Chennai this time around because of the team balance that they have and the kind of form their players are in.
But I think the winning comment here was the greatest number 10 jersey moment, Siddharth, with the winner. Uh, okay, I think I'll go with
A
my
great
11
ST
next.
moment from
I'm going to
another
start.
ST.
Yeah. 10's also my favorite
Definitely.
number.
No,
So as an
definitely.
ST10, I can relate.
The scariest things in the middle overs, matlab you have the Grim Reaper, everything, and then there is Shardul Thakur. Scariest
And
things
he'll bowl the worst
middle
kind of
overs.
balls, and somehow he will get the wickets off them.
Get the wickets. Correct. Yeah. Moving on, I'll go with my 11 quickly. I think I'll start with Ruturaj Gaikwad. I think they need them. I'm not convinced by Dwayne Bravo, not because I think he's a bad player. I think my match fitness
For the
and
hit.
preparation, I think he's been out for a while. Yeah. So I'll start with Ruturaj Gaikwad and Faf du Plessis. Suresh Raina, Mr. IPL. I think he has earned the acronym Mr. IPL. He's back. So he plays at number 3, slots in right above Raidu, making it a completely different lineup. And then there is Dhoni, who will be somewhere here. I put him at 5 for now, but he can be anywhere. He can even go below Deepak Chahar in this lineup. To be fair, he can send Deepak Chahar above.
He can even go 12th man.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him come at 11 as well. So that's that. But for now, I keep him at 5. Moeen Ali, I think one of the smartest guys of the auction from Chennai. They did not have a lot of finger spinners. Kind of having the Harbhajan and everyone go. So goodbye, Moeen Ali, and it gives good firepower. Can bat aggressively. Again, let go by RCB. Good tag as well. Suraj Jadeja, the greatest player currently in the world across formats, across all things considered, everything. I think he is hands-on best player. They're $2 million baby. Sam Curran has displayed traits of Dhoni with that knock against India. He's getting trained up well and good left arm option.
And he ended up losing the game as
Gautam
well.
definitely
So yeah,
plays.
good traits.
True. Gautam, and then definitely Thakur and Chahar make the lineup. I think the breakout star this season for them will be Sam Curran. I think he's already started showing traits for that. Uh, he's taking much more responsibility of bowling in the tougher spells, and his batting has definitely improved a notch. So I think Sam Curran is going to be their major star. A big call for them, I think, will be who do they really need to play four overseas player? I don't think they need to. They have a very good squad. So I don't see any reason why they'll kind of not. I don't see they'll bringing in Bravo. That's what I feel they should do. Predicted finish, I think they're gonna win this year.
Ooh,
Dhoni's farewell is what I
Big
feel.
call.
I call them.
huge call.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win this year. Yep. I am going for that. So yeah, that's me. Moving on to you, Sid.
Yeah.
What's
So
your take?
I've actually gone with another different batting combination, opening with Raidu. Last time Chennai won the IPL in 2018,
Yeah,
Raidu did really well opening, and I think because of like so many options they have, I think they'll promote him up instead of Gaikwad to fit everybody in, because as like Gaikwad was in great form to end last season, but as you all know, Dhoni likes to go with his trusted players and experienced players before
tenants.
players he says like lack spark. So I think he'll go with all the experienced players first, and I think Raidu will get promoted up. So I think
Sparky out for the time being.
yeah, I think yeah, Faf will be the opening partner. Raina at 3, coming back after a long time. Not sure how his fitness is, but like he used to be Mr.
He's been
IPL.
giving master classes on Instagram and on coaches how to learn batting from Suresh Raina. So hopefully we see
Like,
some of that. I would love to see Raina play well. I mean, he's been
yeah,
one of the most underappreciated cricketers we've had. He's
yeah.
done a lot, so I would love to see him do well.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I've been like Chennai's pillar for so many years, and the 1 year he missed they was the 1 year they missed playoffs. Then yeah, Moeen Ali
He's
at 4.
I think only
Yeah.
him and Kohli are the players who have never played for other teams, right? Or have
Raina
they?
played
No,
for Gujarat
Raina
for the
has.
2.
Yeah,
Kohli is
yeah,
Played
the
yeah,
for
yeah.
only
Gujarat
player who has
Lions.
played for every season. He's played in every season and played for one team. Like
And the
others have
results
And
played
also
for
show
one team,
that.
but fewer seasons than all.
Results also show
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, so I think yeah, Moeen Ali at 4. I think they'll bat him up the order. I
a big
think
call.
that his best role is to bat against the spinners. So I think he needs to bat in the middle order in the 7 to 15 man, where he can face spinners like Kuldeep Yadav and make them cry. Then Dhoni is flexible. I think he's also not played cricket since the last IPL. I think didn't play in any
Correct.
domestic cricket, so big question mark. But to be seen. And Jadeja is someone I'm personally really big on as well. As Darshil said, form man in every format of the game, with the bat, with the ball. It's been
In
like
the field.
yeah, like he's turning into a bona fide all format superstar. Yeah, been great in the field, best fielder in the world since a few
playing
years
more as
now.
a batting all rounder now than a bowling all rounder.
Yeah, you
And
could
now he's a
say he's
fielding
like
all rounder.
batting all rounder, bowling all rounder, feeling. You could make a case that he's all three if he stays. Sam Curran, again, another player who will add like the X factor to their batting lineup. I think him and Moeen Ali are the X factors who can change change the run rate at any point of time. They even promoted him up as a pinch hitter at number 1, number 3, number 5 at different phases last year. So great form as well. Almost led England to a miraculous chase. K. Gautam is again another X factor player. They have a lot of these actually now. But yeah, K. Gautam's actually the most expensive player Chennai have ever bought at an auction. So must be
And
having big
most
hope
expensive
from him.
uncapped player also, I think. No?
Yeah, most expensive uncapped player for any team and most expensive capped or uncapped player Chennai have bought. But I think they probably bought him keeping in mind, and him and Moeen Ali both keeping in mind that they'll probably play at Chepauk, but now they're not. So, but I think given the outlay they've gone with, they'll still keep him in. Then Shardul Thakur, greatest ST10. Again, joke, don't lynch me. But yeah, he's also another guy who somehow manages to make things happen. He'll bowl a wide down the leg side, the batsman will get a nick on it. He'll bowl a half volley, it'll go straight to the fielder. Like, I personally didn't rate Shardul Thakur till very recently, but I have like given up all semblance on logic on him now. Dwayne Bravo, not sure if like how fit he is again. Not played a lot of cricket, but Dhoni's trusted player, so I think he'll start with him at least. Might drop him if he's not fit or up to the mark. And Deepak Chahar is another great find for Chennai. So yeah, I think that's going to be my 11.
And your big calls and predicted finish.
So big call, I think, is Jadeja is going to have a massive season. I think he'll be up there in terms of like MVP standings. I think he'll take a bigger role with the bat. I think Dhoni will promote him above him in a lot of situations, and he's going to be very key with the ball. I think Jadeja is going to have like the first season where he could consider him an actual like top 10 IPL player this season. And predicted finish, I personally like if you see their lineup, they have 11 players who can bat. Deepak Chahar is capable batsman. They have 7 players who can bowl, but there's not a single bowler or batsman that scares me. They have a lot of like these X factor. If they come off, they'll be good players, but they don't have many reliable players, especially with question marks on Raina's fitness, Raidu's fitness, Rust on Raina, Raidu, Dhoni. So it's like they have a lot of quantity in batting and bowling, but I don't personally see a lot of quality other than Jadeja in either. Like, nobody really scares me other than him and Shardul Thakur somehow. So I personally think they'll finish bottom 2. 7th is my
Whoa,
prediction.
that's a complete contrast. I have complete contrast.
Yeah, even I have CSK finishing 7th or 8th because while on paper it does
Yeah,
not look a weak team, they just don't have enough bowling strength, and even
they
their
don't have a
batsmen, they're quite over the hill. I mean, 1, 2, and 3.
yeah.
If you look at Raidu, Duplessis, and Raina, they're all on the wrong side of 35 now almost. And
Yeah, and
Dhoni
half their
also is
players don't
now,
have
yeah,
regular cricket.
Yeah.
right.
So
Except
I
Jadeja,
personally think,
they're
yeah,
all quite, it's quite a doubt, how will they play? And my other concern is they don't have Chennai as their venue. If they had Chennai as their venue, I would have
yeah,
them in the top 4. And only one thing,
yeah.
Sid, I
I
wanted
think
to ask
actually,
you is that your 11 has too many lefties, and even Darshi, you'll have put 4 lefties in your 11. You
Yeah,
think
I think I
that
would say
could,
that probably I would bring in a
even
Pujara somewhere if given a chance, but I haven't. So
yeah, I don't think that'll be an issue. They have enough righties as well. Like, I think they'll put players up and down based on the
they have
matchup, based
signed
on
Finch
who's
as well, if
bowling,
I'm not wrong, right?
who they're facing.
They have signed Finch also, if I'm not wrong. I
Your
think
voice
CSK have
is cutting out.
CSK have signed Finch also,
No,
if I'm not wrong.
Aaron Finch
they were
didn't get
rumored
selected, I
to
think.
also sign Hales, but yeah, they haven't made anything official yet. I think it's just rumors at this point.
Got it. Let's quickly move to the last team for today. That is PBKS, Punjab Kings. Let's see how renaming goes for
New
them.
team.
Siddharth, favorite team. This is I think is a pure ex RCB team. That's what they have
Yeah.
this year.
They're actually playing 5 matches at Bangalore as well, their most frequent venue. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is I think they're
they're the
big.
only team who's playing at home.
So they've got big buys this time in Jair Richardson, Riley Meredith. They think they did, and Malan. I think they were the big buys, and Shah Rukh Khan was one of the breakout stars of the Shayad Mustaq Ali Trophy. So this is
Mhm.
they've had. I'll quickly share our predicted 11s for them, then we can quickly discuss. So I think we'll start with Pranav on this one. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Pranav.
Right. So Punjab actually had, I think, the highest budget left in the auction as well,
Yeah.
and I think they've done a pretty good job. And I've picked, and again, I've been taking a big call and not picked the universe boss Chris Gale. I've instead picked David Malan and Nicholas Pooran in the middle order because I think though both are lefties, they both will provide the required power for Punjab. Malan can be a guy who plays 20 overs, and Pooran, of course, we know how destructive he is, and of course, KL and Mayank have to open. They are a very formidable opening pair. And again, although I don't rate Moises Henriquez that highly, I still think maybe in this format and given that they're playing at Bangalore, small boundary, a good option to go in with somebody who can play the big shots. And of course, the newcomer Shah Rukh Khan, who's supposed to be a good finisher, makes the team, and hopefully he makes most of it. And Deepak Huda, and he can exchange places whenever required. And Huda offers you some off spin as well. And the big boy Jai Richardson, he has to come in the 11, wicket-taking bowler, and if needed, he can add some crucial runs. But mainly, he's there to take wickets, and he's a really good potential. He's shown it when he played for Australia. And of course, Mohammad Shami, again, big opening burst, those 4 overs. We would expect him to be the
Literally beats up
lead
batsmen
bowler
and
for
people. Yeah.
yeah. Davi Bishnoi, no need to say much about him. Future India player and future star. And yeah, Ashdeep will round up their 11. I think Punjab look a lot stronger, at least with the bowling, than they did last year. Last year, that was what I think eventually hurt them, even when they were in good positions. And I think this year they're in a better position to compete this year. So yeah, I think this is the strongest.
I think Kohli trained Rahul way too well. That's all I feel. I think.
Yeah.
That's predicted finish, Pranav, and breakout star for you.
As much as I would like to say it, I think Punjab will just miss out on top four again. I think they'll just come fifth. I think despite the people in their 11, I think they'll just somehow just about miss out and they'll come fifth. It would be nice if they come fourth, but I think they'll be fifth. Breakout star for me will be Shah Rukh Khan. I expect a lot from him this year. And what are the last one? Surprise call, you said, right?
Big call, yeah. Big
Yeah,
call or
surprise
surprise.
call. Big call. One big call.
Okay. So I think KL Rahul is going to have a bad IPL this time. That's my call.
Whoa.
That is a big
Interesting.
call.
Very. That is actually a very big call. That's a big call, not just for us, but for India as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly moving on to Siddharth, our in-house Punjab fan and expert, said.
So yeah, I'll open with KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal. Self-explanatory opening partnership, one of the best in the IPL. KL has been the batsman of the IPL in the last 3-4 years. Guarantee 600, 700 runs usually. And then I've gone with KL at 3. Last 3 years, I think now they've started without KL. They've tried. Every year they think he's done. Every year they think this is it. Then somehow he'll still turn up and win matches. And I personally have doubted Gale for the last 3 years as well. I think this is the year it's over. This is the year he's done. He's 41 now. But somehow he still turns up. He wins games for them. Last year there were 2 wins in 7. Gale comes, they win for 4 and 4, and they suddenly go back into playoff contention. They ended up losing their last 2, but Gale did change their season to a large extent. So I think and like even at age 40 he's doing different things, he's reinventing himself. He's started playing number 3 for the first time in his career at age 40, and he even played number 3 for West Indies in the PSL. So like he knows that this is his new role and he's taking it everywhere he goes. So I think they're not going to make the mistake of doubting Gale. I've given up on that as well. Nicholas Pooran at 4, very exciting talent. I think he'll have a huge role to play this season, and like especially with how thin their batting is, a lot of the onus will come on the top 4 again. And Mandeep Singh at 5, this slot is a bit iffy. Like Mandeep Singh, Deepak Huda, Sarfraz Khan can all play, but I think they'll go with Mandeep. He was pretty solid end of last year. So I'll think they'll go with Mandeep for the experience as well. And Shah Rukh Khan, that big 5 crore buy, number 6. He might like add that impetus at the end, and that might allow since the top 4 is probably gonna bat a bulk of the balls, he probably won't get a lot of balls to settle, but so he'll be relied on for the 10 ball 20s. Jai Richardson at 7, I think that's like probably a slot too high for him. But the way Punjab's squad is, they don't have a single player who can bowl 4 overs and bat in the top 7. They don't have a single player like that. So I think
They
what
had
they'll do
one
is they'll
player
focus.
like that who was flopping consistently, and they smartly offloaded him to RCB.
And somehow he fell backwards from 9 crore to 15 crore. Yeah, I think they go with they back their strengths. They'll play specialist. They'll hope that their 4 top batsmen deliver, and they go with 5 specialist bowlers. So I think that's why they'll go with Jai at 7. Even last year they went with Mujibur Rahman at 7, as Harsha Bhogle said. Mujib would probably not even bat at 7 in his family's 11. So I think they'll again be very disbalanced, but uh, I think this is the best they'll make of it. Shami at 8, he had a phenomenal T20 season last season. A lot of doubts on him as a T20 bowler, but last season was really effective at the death. Bowled of one of the best super overs that I've seen against Rohit and Dekok. He defended 5 runs, bowled 6 Yorkers in a row. So I think he's going to be the bowling spearhead. Then I had Riley Meredith at 9. I think they'll go with Meredith over maybe like a Fabian Allen or a Moses Reeks because they've spent so much on him. They spent 8 crores. I think that'll be the starting 11 at least. And with Richardson and Meredith, they have 2 bona fide death bowlers who let Shami bowl at the top. Then KL can bowl Shami like 3 overs at the top in a row, maybe even 4 if the situation required. Last year, they always had to save 2 overs of Shami for the end. So Shami's like a bowler who's best with the new ball. So he can be used more aggressively if they go with Meredith. And spin twins of Bishnoi and Murugan Ashwin had a great season last year. And I think they'll probably keep it that way.
So, Sid, your predicted finish, your breakout star, one big call.
So I think predicted finish, I actually back them to make the playoffs this year. I think they'll finish 3rd or 4th. I think they have enough match winners. I think KL probably wins you 3 or 4 matches single-handedly unless last season he thinks strike rate is overrated. I'm actually worried about that, whether or not he'll think strike rate is overrated, especially with his T20 opening spot gone now. He has to like get those big numbers. So I'm hoping that doesn't weigh on his mind that now Kohli is going to open. So I need to make a lot of runs. He just needs to do what's best for the team. So I'm hoping he bats a little more freely this time. And then Mayank, Gale, Pooran are going to win you a couple matches. Shami and Jai Richardson are 2 of the best fast bowlers in the world in this format. So I think they'll win a couple of matches. So I think they probably have it in them to make it to the playoffs this year. I I feel. Breakout star, I think this will be Jai Richardson's first IPL. He's already on a huge contract. I think he's going to be the breakout star. No, not many Indian players have played him. He has like bowls really fast, has all the variations. He has bouncer, Yorker, but he has the variations, and he's going to be their new ball and death bowler. So a lot of pressure on him as well, and he can hit a long ball. So I think he's going to have a really good season. So I think he'll be the breakout star. And big call, I think uh, Pooran will have score at least 500 runs this year. I think last year he was, I think last year he was like getting in the zone, but like he was not able to convert his starts. He was not able to, he was timing the ball straight to the fielders. I think this is the year where and this time there's no Maxwell to mess the batting order up. He knows that he's the number 4. So I think this is the year Pooran like establishes himself as well as one of the top batsmen in this format and like really gets that big season this year. So I think that's my big call for Punjab.
That's a very, very good analysis by Sid, Punjab expert. I'll quickly, I don't think I can top that off, but I'll quickly go through mine. So again, I've got Rahul and Mayank Agarwal opening. I think Mayank Agarwal is my favorite Indian player in terms of the upcoming next batch. I always have him in my team. I've been having him in my team since RCB days, and as always, he's proved me right. Move out of RCB, you do well in life. So there's Rahul and Mayank for me open. I'm not going with Gale initially. Not because I think Gale's out of form, but I think just like him to get acclimatized more. Probably he can then come in for Malan at a later stage when Kings 11 is starting to kind of lose momentum. Gale can come in and just bring that fresh air. So I would rather start with Malan. He's done well in the recent series as well. Puran at 4, definitely, and I agree with Sid. Have a great season. Have Moses Enriquez at 5. I mean, this is because he's had a great BBL, I think, this year, and he's been in good form and does a lot of, very good handy player, can bowl in a few overs, bats well. Shah Rukh Khan was the star of SMT, definitely makes the cut. And then I think Jai Richardson will play for sure, crores. And and then I think you have Shami, Ashwin, Bishnoi. These are, I think, the three core Indian bowlers I would want to go with. I think you would want two spinners to kind of play, so I think both of them play, and then Arshdeep Singh to kind of close it off. I think Riley Meredith will get some games based on the conditions. So I think probably he might, kind of be rotated with Jai Richardson in terms of kind of fatigue management or something. But even he will get games. He'll be an integral part.
Punjab,
So-
every player gets a game. They
very
Punjabi,
fair
the big-hearted people.
Yes.
You're in the spot, so everybody will get a game. So last year too, they gave everyone a game.
Again, yeah.
Everybody will get their chance.
सबको
Yeah,
बैटिंग
and-
बॉलिंग मिलेगी.
सबको मिलेगा chance. सबको hugs मिलेंगे pretty soon. So that's that. And I think predicted finish. I think they'll make the top 4 this year. So definitely, they with the team they have, they've made a good team. Never understand their auction strategies, but I still think that the team is still fine. In terms of if RCB does really bad, Punjab always confuses me, like why. But they still have a decent squad though. And I think the big call for me, I think the breakout star, I think for me first this year is going to be Mayank Agarwal. I think he's gonna be in the top 3 run getters this year. I think he's always been good. I'm not saying he's been bad, but
Big
he's
call.
just a orange cap contender for me because he's lost his spot.
Last year, KL and Mayank were top 2 together for a long time actually before
Yeah.
Mayank got injured. Good
Exactly.
call.
So I think Mayank is going to be one of the orange cap contenders this year. He has lost his spot. He's hungry for that. He's gonna kind of get back in the group. And yeah, I think as I said, predicted finish will be top 4. So that's it for me for Punjab, and I hope they do well. I like them as a team. They're a very nice team. They're good.
And, sometimes you feel bad for them. Like sometimes you feel bad for them.
Yeah.
They haven't made the playoffs since like 7 years now. Longest non-playoff streak. So you feel bad. Like sometimes
They've got the least number of playoffs in IPL. Just 2.
Yeah,
correct.
2, 2008 and 14, I think.
Yeah. So guys, that's a wrap for our first part of the teams. We'll be back in the next episode with the next 3 teams. And do let us know your thoughts, comments on where you agree, disagree. And you can link Siddharth for his Stick 10 comment, definitely. You can find him in the country. But yeah. Yeah, and
that's why I left India, so people don't hunt me down for these comments.
No wonder you like Punjab. You are in Canada, bro. I completely support your theory.
Greater Punjab.
Mini Punjab.
Mini Punjab. So yeah, guys, do like, share, and subscribe, and let us know if you want anything else covered from our side. And see you in the next episode. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.